sign here. Lydia poster. So I'm Lydia. I think I've met most of you. I'm Jess's cousin, and I prepared a few remarks. So even though I grew up in Portland, Oregon, I got to spend a lot of summers here on the Cape with Jess as a kid, most of it in the big house with my sister Chloe. So it's just so wonderful to be here at a place that has so many happy memories. I'm going to start crying, but I'll get to the other parts first. So thank you, Jess and Greg, for this fantastic excuse to gather, and to Ken and Carol and Larry for throwing what promises to be an amazing party tomorrow. Greg, we recently found out that by some insane coincidence, we actually went to preschool together. So I've known you much longer than I thought. And I take 100% of the credit for you and Jess getting together. When Jess and I were about 4 years old, I said, I know this guy, we go to preschool together, he likes cookies, I think you guys would be great together. And Jess was sort of like, I need some me time for the next 25 years, but, then we'll talk. So the rest is history. And really in this toast, I want to offer some unsolicited advice to Greg about a very idiosyncratic species, which is the bell woman. I have a lot of primary source material on bell women, so feel free to contact me or my sister Chloe in the future if you need more data points. So here are some major things to remember. When in doubt, talk about the cat. Talking about the cat will help you avoid minor and major relationship conflict with the bell woman. And you'll need to practice anyway for extended family gatherings where the bell family gets together in groups to talk about their cats. We'll see some of that tomorrow. Number 2, if the bell woman is in a bad mood, suggest to her in the following order: a snack, a walk, a book, and never acknowledge the fact that the bell woman is in a bad mood. If you do, the symptoms will worsen to a degree that's Number 3, people watching is a sport, and if it's not a sport that you're familiar with, you may want to prepare for being shushed during dinners out, while the bell woman strains to hear the details of other people's conversations. Number 4, the bell woman is fiercely loyal and can love like nobody's business. This will serve you well, and if it gets too intense, just refer to item number 1, when in doubt, talk about the cat. And Greg, I don't think this is news to you, but I will say that Jess seems to have a particularly severe case of the bell obsession with animals, given that she's made it her profession. When Anne and Ken took me and Jess to a dude ranch in Wyoming when we were about 8 years old, Jess and I choreographed extensive ritual animal dances that we forced Ken to memorize. So just keep in mind it could be worse. At least now she writes papers. But in all seriousness, I do want to acknowledge what a fantastic couple you are. Jess, I'm just so lucky to have grown up with you and shared so much with you. And Greg, I can't imagine a better partner for Jess and cousin-in-law for me. When you two visited me in Brooklyn a couple years ago, I remember just being so inspired by your relationship and seeing it up close and how you relate and communicate so easily, and just the sense of humor and levity that you share together. So I look forward to many decades of visits and laughter with you both. So I want to toast Jess and Greg. On the eve of your wedding, you have all my love and admiration.